everyone, and welcome back to Belinda's DIYs. If this is your first time here, welcome. So today I'm going to be creating these beautiful, elegant, and high-end looking wreaths. Most of the items that I used are from Dollar Tree. For the first wreath, I'm going to be using this wreath ring, and this is in the color silver. Now this was new at my Dollar Tree. And all I'm going to do to this wreath is add these silver cedar picks from Dollar Tree. These come in a pack of 5, and I went ahead and I used 5 of these packs. Basically, all I'm going to do is hot glue the picks onto the wire, but first I'm going to cut off the stem. So before I hot glue the pick onto the wire, I'm going to bend it just a little to give it some curve. That way it'll lay better on the wreath. As you can see, I started on the top wire, and I'm just going to go all around hot gluing the picks, and then I'm going to move on to the wire underneath. Just so you know, since I'm hot gluing this on metal, I'm using the high heat temperature to make sure my picks don't fall off. Sometimes when gluing onto metal, that can happen. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to the bottom layer, and I'm gonna do the same thing as I was doing to the other picks. I'm gonna bend them a little bit, give them that curve, and then hot glue them. And here I'm just bringing you up close to the wreath just so you can see that it has 3 wires, and then I'm just pointing out that I'm going to put it on the bottom wire. And here I'm just bringing you up close again so that you can see how it looks on the bottom layer, and I'm just going to continue adding picks all the way around. And now I'm done adding the second layer, and this is how my wreath is looking so far. Okay, so now what I want to do is make this wreath look fuller. So I'm going to continue adding more picks on top of the ones that I already have glued down. And I'm just going to be going around and just hot gluing where I think that it needs them until it looks nice and full. Once my wreath was nice and full, I added a few cut picks here and there. If you decide to do this wreath, really you can add whatever you want to it. I just wanted it to be just plain and simple with the picks. And that's it, I'm done with this first wreath. For the second wreath, I'm going to be using another wire form. For this wreath, I am going to be spray painting it. I'm going to be using this Rust-Oleum 2X Ultra Cover Ultra Matte in the color white. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've spray painted my wire wreath, and now what I'm going to do is add these snowflakes that I purchased at Dollar Tree. These larger snowflakes come in a pack of 3, and then the smaller ones that I'm also going to use come in a pack of 6. I'll be using 4 packs of the large ones and 1 pack of the smaller ones because that's all that I had. Now for this DIY, I'm going to start hot gluing the snowflakes down at the bottom wire. And I'm just going to go all the way around until I cover the bottom wire, and then I'll move on to the top wire. So I've gone ahead and I hot glued the first snowflake, and I want to show you that little circle is where I put the glue, and then I laid it on the wire. Okay, I'm done adding the large snowflakes to the bottom wire. Now I'm going to add 1 large snowflake because that's all I had left, and the smaller 6 snowflakes to the top wire. So now here what I'm doing is just arranging them where I want them to be, and then I'm going to glue them down. Now once I glued them all down, this is how it turned out. But I felt that it still needed a little something, so I decided to add these really pretty poinsettias that I had from Dollar Tree, and these were from last year. They're really pretty because they're silver, and it also has some silver glitter on them. Now I didn't use them last year, but I think that'll go perfect with this wreath right here, and I'm just going to add a couple here and there. And it also has these really pretty silver berries, and I'm going to add those as well. And this is how it turned out, but I still felt it was missing just a little something, so I decided to add some bling to it. I had these from Hobby Lobby that I purchased a while back, and they were $9.99, but I used my 40% coupon, so they came out really cheap. Anyhow, I decided to use just a little piece of this strand and then add a really pretty crystal that I had purchased at an antique shop a long time ago. So that's what I added to my wreath. I just wanted it to look very blingy, and with those snowflakes, I just thought that it went perfect with it. And this is completely optional. If you don't have the crystals, you can add anything else or just leave it as is, and the wreath itself is very pretty and very wintry looking. I'd really love to hear your thoughts on this one, with the crystal or without. And now for this third wreath, I'm going to use this Dollar Tree wreath and also some spackling that also comes from Dollar Tree. And what I'm going to do is flock the wreath with this spackling. So I'm going to start by adding some of this spackling into a pan, and then I'm going to add some water and mix it, and then just get it to the consistency where it's kind of creamy and smooth. So this is the first time that I attempt to flock anything, whether a wreath or a Christmas tree, but I'm curious to see how it's going to turn out. So we're going to see this together. So anyhow, I'm going to mix it like I said, and I can't tell you exactly how much water I used because it's the first time. So I'm just going to be adding water and then mixing it. You are going to need some gloves and also something on the bottom to put underneath the wreath because it is going to get pretty messy. Okay, so I put on my gloves and I'm ready to rumble. No, I'm just kidding. I put a little bit of that spackling in my hand or my fingers, and I'm just kind of playing with it. And at first I just kind of pinch the spackle onto the pine leaves. And as I see how it's going, I continue to add more. So I really enjoyed doing this. This was actually very relaxing and therapeutic. So I'm just going to continue adding the spackling as I go. And then when I see that it needs a little bit more, I add more. And I kind of made it a little bit clumpy in some areas because I wanted it to look like if snow had fallen and it had kind of stayed on that particular branch. So that's all I'm going to do. It was very easy to do, actually. So I do want to flock a tree. If you want to see me flock a Christmas tree, please comment down below and let me know. So I'm going to let this dry overnight, and then I'll finish decorating my wreath. The spackling is dry, and I think this came out amazing. I really loved how this turned out. It amazes me how just a little bit of spackling can turn a simple Dollar Tree wreath into something really pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to start decorating my wreath, and I'm going to be adding this reindeer from Dollar Tree. And what I did with it is I spray painted it with silver because it was gold. And I'm going to be adding also this really pretty fluffy piece of material that I actually cut from a Dollar Tree cloth and wrap it around the deer's neck and hot glue it. Next, I'm just going to position my reindeer where I want it to be, and then I'm going to hot glue it, and then I'm going to add some pine cones and also some Christmas silver ornaments. Well, that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and also share. I'd really appreciate it. You have yourself a blessed day. And remember, love, laugh, and create. Until my next video, bye-bye and God bless.